Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome back to my figure review series here on my YouTube channel. And today we're once again looking at those Uncanny X-Men wave of Marvel Minimates released by Diamond Select in 2015. Before you, we've got the Strike Force Jubilee and the Destiny figure. Now what's really cool about this Minimate wave is that they're actually based off the cover of Uncanny X-Men number 275. And these costumes were actually meant to be sort of new costumes for the X-Men moving forward. They didn't last that long, but they were based off the original X-Men costumes featured in the original X-Men number 1 in the 1960s. Now from time to time these X-Men costumes have appeared again in the comics. Most recently that I can remember was during the X-Men Reloaded event in the mid-2000s. Now while it's really cool that these X-Men 2-packs do feature the costumes from the early 90s, I also like that each 2-pack features an X-Men member and a Brotherhood member, or Freedom Force if you'd prefer. I think it's a really great way to kind of round out this wave. So with all of your history out of the way, let's say we get this thing started by taking a look at the packaging for these figures. As you come down the front of this box, you do have the Uncanny X-Men logo in the upper left and the Minimates logo off to the right. You do have a window box packaging that just has the Jubilee figure and the Destiny figure inside. Then at the bottom on the left, you have an image of Jubilee, and on the bottom right, you have an image of Destiny, and then in the center, you've got the logo for Marvel. And flipping this package around, as you come down the back of this box, you do have the Diamond Select and the Art Asylum logo there at the top. You've got the logo for Marvel and Minimates. You have a complete lineup of all the figures currently available in this wave. And then on the lower left, you got the bio for Jubilee. Go ahead and pause now to read that. And on the lower right, you have the bio for Destiny. Go ahead and pause now to read that. Wait a minute, does that say Destin? Alright guys, well that's the packaging. Let's say we get these mutant ladies out of the box and see what they're all about. Alright toy fans, so here we have Jubilee and Destiny out of the box, and I really like the way that these Minimate figures look. Let's start by taking a look at Destiny. Destiny, if you don't know, is actually the former lover of Mystique, and the precog that was on the Brotherhood and the Freedom Force team. She's actually a blind mutant. Now, she has this mask piece that comes off, and I think that it's actually got some really nice painting here on the mask for the lines, and I like the gold paint that they've used. And then it's just blue all the way around. But then we actually have the face for Destiny here. As you can see, she does have some nice wrinkles on her face. She was an older character. Got some nice clean paint around the lips there, and then the eyes. And then she even comes with this extra hair piece, so once you slide off her mask, you can actually give her the old lady hair. So that's pretty nice. And then she's got this cape that is removable. That comes down here and has the sculpting here on the shoulders. Nice sort of waves in the bottom. It is a rigid plastic. And then she's got some nice painting here on the torso for just the look of her costume. There's a little bit of paint slop there, but overall I do like the way that this figure looks. And I really like those white eyes. I think that's just awesome. And then we have Jubilee here, who I think is a real standout. We have Jubilee's glasses here kind of above her head. You can see that she has some nice clean paint there on the face. I like the way that the hair is sculpted on this piece all the way around. It looks really, really nice. She even has gold paint here on the earrings. There's sort of that pink reflective paint there on the glasses. I think that's a nice touch. And we have an alternate piece for the hair. You can pull this off and then put this piece on, and you can have Jubilee with her shades over her eyes. So that's pretty cool too. Definitely that was a look of hers in the 90s. And then coming down the body here, we have what we saw with Banshee and the Gambit figure, that same sort of blue and yellow training outfit. Of course, this one is made to look female. And then we have the same sculpted belt pieces here on the legs, same sculpting here on the gloves with the buckles and everything. And then Jubilee even has these sort of attachments for her hands, which I think are really nice. These sort of translucent or transparent blast effect. So of course, Jubilee shoots fireworks from her hands, so I think that that looks really great. A great set of accessories, really, and I think that the paintwork and the sculpting on these guys are just really, really nice. Just really quick about Jubilee's accessories. If you saw my Pyro review, you may remember that I said that I liked that Pyro's flame effect actually gripped into his hand. That way it could go on and come out pretty easily without ever holding onto his hand or making it hard to come off. Jubilee's blast effects are kind of this sort of boxing glove shape, I guess, that goes on the Jubilee's figure. And sometimes her hands, when you put this effect on, and you have it pose for a little bit and then pull the effect off, it actually brings her hand with it. And I wish that it wasn't like that. I do wish Jubilee had sort of the same handles to hold on to her blast effects that we see with the Pyro. But outside of that one gripe, I do like the accessories this Jubilee figure comes with. Jubilee and Destiny have the same articulation. Now Destiny is a little bit hindered by the cape that she's wearing, so for the purpose of this review, let's go ahead and look at Jubilee. Her head is ball jointed, so it rocks all the way around and moves left and right. She can look down that far and look back that far. She has a ball jointed shoulder that rotates all the way around, and then a single jointed elbow that does bend down that far. She's got a rotation here at the wrist, and then she has that same articulation here on the other side. Her waist does twist, her hips do move forward this far and move back very far. There's a single jointed knee. Because her ball joints, they do bend out from the body just a bit, and then her ankle will spin all the way around. So the articulation is certainly standard in what we've come to expect from Minimates figures, but it's not a bad thing. You get a lot of motion for these little guys. Height-wise, we can see that these minifigures do stand right about 2.5 inches tall. For some size comparison, here we have these Marvel Minimate figures compared to the Spider-Man Mega Bloks minifigure, and compared to Creo Transformers Cheetor, and here they are compared to a standard LEGO minifigure. Here they are compared to the average-heighted Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Wolverine Minimate figure. And finally, here they are compared to one of the original Minimate figures. We've got Captain Kirk from the 2002 Star Trek line by Art Asylum. Alright, toy fans, well that's my review of the Uncanny X-Men series Marvel Minimates, Jubilee, and Destiny figures released by Art Asylum and Diamond Select in 2015. Overall, this is a really great Minimate 2-pack. This is definitely something that appeals to the X-Men collector, especially the fan of the 90s X-Men series. This might be the first Destiny figure we've received, and that Jubilee is certainly a great addition to your growing collection of Marvel's Merry Mutants. The sculpt and paintwork on these guys is really nice. Now, because Destiny's not a prominent player in the comics anymore, she's actually dead, and this Jubilee is not the classic yellow trenchcoat version of Jubilee you may be familiar with, this figure set might be a pass for you, but I'm definitely giving it my recommendation. Well, thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to rate, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.